Good afternoon and welcome to Stellos Stadium in Nashua, New Hampshire. Home today on an ideally sunny and crisp fall football weather Saturday to the Bishop Guertin Cardinals as they take on the Dover Green Wave in New Hampshire's High School Division II Championship game. Hello everyone. For Nashua's ETV, I'm John Collins along with Tom King, the TKPD of Nashua area high school and college sports. Tom, thanks to some great local teams you and I have been thrilled to be able to cover over the past couple of decades. From Nashua High and BG, we've seen quite a few championship games, but we cherish every one of them, and they're no less exciting each time.
No, and this one will be a good one, John. These are the two teams that I thought would be there at the start of the season once we got a couple of weeks into it. With the way Dover was playing, I thought they might be the favorite. Then BG all of a sudden emerged, and they won at Dover 21-6. In a game that puts us here rather than out on the
Thank
Seacoast.
you for that.
Exactly. So, and that's why we're here today. And this is it's a great matchup. I think it's an even matchup. Guertin, probably, you know, it's funny. The way their season has gone is going to belie the way they wanted Dover. They wanted Dover with big plays. They're not as much of a big play team as people would think they are this year compared to some other BG teams in the past. They like to grind it out a little bit, but and run the football. But of course, they're here for two reasons: 3 big plays against Dover, 45-yard punt return by C.J. Boykin, 20-yard interception return for a touchdown by Nick Marino, and a Nolan Cornell 20-yard touchdown run. Those are their 3 scores in a 21-6 win. And of course, John, they're also here today because of C.J. Boykin's 55-yard screen pass run for a touchdown last Saturday.
The highlight of our broadcast last Saturday, which you, I think, called 30 seconds before. They got to get the ball in the hands of CJ. They did. Touchdown, the biggest play of the game, the reason why BG gets to come here. Here they are again, Tom. Bishop Guertin in the title game. They're trying to win their 4th in a row. They'll have to beat a talented, hungry, and determined Dover team to do it. They're very colorfully named, I think, quarterback Tyler Zabkar.
Yeah.
I have to fight not to say snack bar.
I saw
Zabkar.
I saw Zabkar early in the year against Merrimack, and that's when Dover surprised me with a little bit more of a proficient passing attack than maybe they've used in the past. And I talked to Ken Osmond about it this week. So the reputation is you're a beefy team and you run north-south. He said, nah, he said those days are done. He said we run more of a spread offense. But still, I think the team that runs the football today and runs it more effectively will win this football game. But as always, John, you can analyze these things 10 times to Sunday. It's high school football, and in high school football, basically, the deciding factor is usually always turnovers and penalties. Who commits the fewest of those ends up winning the football game.
Travis Cody in his first season as Bishop Guertin coach. A lot of people actually put it in print. They thought Bishop Guertin would be, quote, weaker. They are in the championship game. Travis Cody has a chance to make some history of his own with the help, of course, of his talented staff, assistant coaches Mike Bombardier, Don Carper, Gene Massa, Brian McClarney, Dan Sipek, John Varney. The kickoff, Dover is going to hit a ground ball at the Bishop Guertin 25. It is picked up following his block to the 30. It'll be 1st and 10 for Dover with decent field position to begin the game. 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Yeah, that was designed to keep the ball. I mean, they're not going to kick to Boykin today, John, unless they absolutely have to or they make a mistake. You know, they want to keep the ball out of Boykin's hands. He's already burned them once, and they've seen what he did last week to Timberlane. So Boykin is showing up on film now. No, he's no secret anymore. So that's the guy that they're going to key on in terms of special teams.
1 p.m. start, but the shadows are still rather long here. It gets dark early, of course, this time of year, and Dover's Dover's defense will be looking into the sun as the Cardinals run it on 1st down. It's a keeper by Fahey, and he gets a good 7 yards, 8 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down and short 2.
Well, John, you know, I always thought that in last week's game, that was one of the things that was missing from BG's offense was Fahey's running. He didn't run the ball an awful lot, and he didn't run it effectively when he did run it. So that's got to change for them, I think, today. Will
they try something risky here on, no, it's a straight handoff for 1st down and much more into the Dover side of the field. A solid run on 2nd and short, breaking it Blake Boudreau takes it downfield and takes it right into the Green Waves territory.
That's a nice 21-yard run for Boudreau, and you know, that's somebody he gets a little overlooked because he's very good on defense as well, but he gets overlooked sometimes with his running ability. So does Nolan Cornell, because Mayu is usually the primary back, or Fahey is the primary big play back as a quarterback, but Boudreau with a nice run and a nice block off tackle off the left side.
If you just tuned in, this is the New Hampshire Division II State Championship game. Bishop Guertin with the football. No score here in the opening minute. It is another nice run for Guertin. Taking the ball down to about the 30 is Zach Mayu.
A nice run by Mayu, cutting on the pitch. Fahey with a great time on the pitch. I don't think Fahey runs the option sometimes as well as maybe Velas does. I think Fahey's a better straight ahead north-south runner, but that was an impressive play that Dover really couldn't cover.
BG's offensive line getting the job done here in the opening minutes. 10:22 left in the first quarter, no score. BG driving after receiving the opening kickoff. The handoff right up the middle, and Zach Mayu is hit deep in the secondary. Not until then. He gets a huge first down gain and more. BG threatening to march straight down the field and score here.
Yeah, what a great run by Mayu. I mean, he's just a power back. He talked to me earlier in the week. He was talking about how this is really big for him. He definitely wanted to get in here and play in this game today and be effective. He's been a fullback. He's been a tailback. He's done a lot of things, and it's a 20-yard gain. He's already got 28 yards on 2 carries.
The center for Bishop Guertin is Ryan Belleville, and he's helping open those huge holes up the middle. They go up the middle again, driving maybe toward the right guard area. Blake Boudreau with the carry.
This is where the yardage gets a little tougher, John.
Yep.
Interested to see the play calling.
It'll be 2nd and 5 to go. Bishop Guertin can get a first down without getting a touchdown if they get to the 3-yard line. Beautiful afternoon here, a fall Saturday, and a beautiful picture there provided by Nashua ETV's crew. Tim O'Neill on the camera up top, Mike Janes down on the field. The keeper by Fahey goes no place.
Yeah, that was what I was wondering about, was whether they would try to run the option. Fahey did try to run a little bit of the option, thought about the pitch, and he decided not to, and he ran right up the gut. I was thinking maybe they could push forward with Mayu instead of trying to get a little too fancy. But also, they're close. I look for 21 again here. He's got the speed to run it outside. If I were Guertin,
you're going to stay on the ground?
If I were Guertin, I'd stay on the ground and give it right to Boykin.
Ball's at the 8-yard line. BG can get a first down if they get it down to the 2. Dropping it and picking it up is Boykin, and he is tackled well short of the first down. Puts the ball on the ground. Dover picks it up. It's a fumble, and it's going to be a return to the 50. The 30, he's not going to be caught. It is going to be a dramatic turn of events and a touchdown. Let's see, that's a 92-yard fumble return for a touchdown for Dover, who strike first.
Boykin trapped in the backfield, drops the ball, and off they go.
I believe Boykin fumbled that twice, Tom, and I think it was number 15, Max Ruwicki. Seawards, their talented running back, was the runner that picked it up, and he showed why he is one of the most dangerous offensive players on the field. On defense, Seaward's a two-way player, was not the guy that Bishop Guertin wanted to see pick up that football with tremendous speed, goes 92 yards for a touchdown. So just when it looked like BG was going to strike first, instead, the turnover monster rears his ugly head, and BG finds itself down 7-0 as Ruwicki's extra point is good, and it is Dover who strike first by way of a turnover on a fumble by Bishop Guertin on the opponent's 8-yard line, and not able to track down Seawards, who goes the distance. Wow. So it is 3.5 minutes into this one. 8:26 remaining in the first quarter, and Bishop Guertin finding themselves having to come from behind. A deja vu from last weekend all over again, Tom, as they made a mistake against Timberlane early on the opening kick.
And that was Boykin as well, I believe. So he giveth, he taketh away.
I could have sworn he bounced it after receiving the handoff and then fumbled it a second time on that same carry.
Yep, I think he did.
So he never really had a good grip on the football, and Dover makes Bishop Guertin pay. It's a repeat kick of the opening kickoff, and it's picked up again by number 3, Sean Fenn, on the return for Bishop Guertin. We're going to start 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Well, that makes things very interesting. And you go back to 2005 when Bishop Guertin started winning all these championships or appearing in all these games in a row. And there have been very close games, except for the 2009 game, which some people consider that Cardinals team the best ever. They shut out Winnicott by about 30 points, 31-0, I believe the final was. Otherwise, these games have been one-possession games. Another fumble's on the ground. Will they call it? Will they call it a legal fumble, or will they call the runner down? They call him down. So that was a scary moment there. It looked like on the monitor, like I guess that may have been a fumble, but not a fumble. And it's still BG ball, but not much there on that first down play. They actually lost 2 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 12 for the Cardinals. Just under 8 minutes to play in the first quarter, about 4 minutes gone, and BG finds themselves down 7-0 because of a turnover. A 92-yard fumble return for a touchdown for Dover's Seawards, their running back. Fahey's going to throw the first pass of the game, and it's overthrown to the intended receiver, Blake Boudreau, near the right sideline. Taking a hit as he threw it was Fahey, who's helped up from the ground by the Dover pass rusher. It is at the 37-yard line now. It'll be 3rd down and about 12 for BG, who tried to throw it the first time there, and the pass coverage was just too tight. So here we have BG. Are they going to call a timeout? Yes, they are. The Cardinals, who are understandably shaken up after that fumble return for a touchdown, thinking they were driving for the opening score of the game, find themselves down 7-0 and faced with a very difficult 3rd down situation here, 3rd and 12, and it seems like after they threw on 2nd down, they're almost compelled to throw again on 3rd down.
You would think, but with the wind and everything else, again, you know, don't shy away from Boykin just because of the fumble. I would still try to get him in his hands, because now you need points. But boy, what a stunning start. They moved the ball right up the field. 9 yards, 21 yards, 8 yards, 20 yards, 5 yards, a yard, and then boom.
Mostly going up the middle. That play was designed to go outside, and it just blew up in their face because of the fumble.
Yep.
But they were having success going right up the middle.
Yeah, they were. And my thought was on that 2nd down play, that's what really took them out of their rhythm, John. But I thought they'd get the ball to Boykin trying to run wide, and so did Dover. So here's a big play now after the timeout, 3rd and 12.
Fahey's in the shotgun. He's got receivers split wide left and right as he calls the snap count and steps 2 steps back in the pocket. Looking, he has nobody.
Flag is down.
Trying to run it to the right. He's going to throw it, and it is out of incomplete.
Caught the but out of bounds. But there's a flag down. Threw it right around the line of scrimmage, so probably going to be against Guertin for lining up offsides. Yep, it is. It'll probably be declined as well because the snap was made. I think there will be a play on this.
Because of the developments, we have yet to see Dover's offense on the field. And, of course, Tyler Zabkar, the quarterback for Dover, very anxious to get his first chance on offense. He'll take that touchdown, of course, though. It is declined against the penalty. Is declined, brings up 4th down in a punting situation. So out to do the punting is Lucas Lansing, the junior, who's standing at his own 25-yard line. And it looks like Kyle Seawards, your touchdown scorer, is back to receive. It is a punt that's going to bounce.
Great bounce. That's what I thought would happen with that. It's going to be tough punting today with the way the wind is. I mean, the wind is going to be a factor. Now we'll get to see what Guertin does on defense. But boy, you know, that slow series after that fumble return, I think what Guertin's got to do is they got to wear the shock off. And I think that series was basically done in almost shock because of what happened. because that was a stunning development. Turn of events that really they couldn't plan for.
So there's a bit of a break, though, as you said, Tom, on the punt. A nice bounce, and it also kept the ball out of the hands of Seawards, who was not able to spring any insult to injury there on the big return. So it's 1st and 10 for Dover in their own side of the field. It's a handoff to Seawards, who has nowhere to go, and he's dragged to the turf, possibly for a loss there by Lucas Lansing, his number 19 counterpart. So a great play by Lansing. He was right at the line of scrimmage, according to the officials. It'll bring up, no, it's a loss of half a yard. 2nd and 11. Ball near the left hash mark. Tyler Zabkar is the quarterback for Dover, who told Foster's newspaper, the Dover newspaper, that after playing BG once, we kind of know what to expect from the defense. And they say they put some new plays in and know what they need to do, says Zabkar. He tries to hit Seawards up top. Actually, is that number 12, actually?
Tried to hit 18, actually, John. That was 18 on the pass play. But it was interesting. Chartrand looked around, looking to see if there was, because there was contact. And
Taylor Curry.
Chartrand was a little nervous about a flag, but there wasn't one called.
So it's 3rd and about 10.5 yards needed by Dover. Zabkar fakes the handoff, throws. It's complete over the middle for a 1st down and more. Down
Seawards
the field,
again,
2 men to beat, and it's Seawards who found a seam near the right hash mark. It was Seawards. Another big play for Dover. They get the ball into the BG zone. It's 1st and 10 at the Guertin 32-yard line. Dover with a spectacular 3rd down conversion there.
A 40-yard completion play.
Zabkar finds his talented teammate running back Tyler Seawards coming out of the backfield. Fumble on the turf, and it is Bishop Guertin's ball. Right there, Sean Fenn with the recovery. Sean Fenn, the linebacker, senior for Bishop Guertin, with a big play, pounces on the loose ball, and that stems the Dover threat right there at the 32-yard line. 1st and 10 for Guertin. So 2 fumbles have played a big role in this game here early.
What did we say at the start?
Yeah, you said it.
Turnovers and penalties, you know.
High school football.
That's high school football. It'll kill you at any level of football,
Right.
but in high school football, it's more prominent that these things occur.
Fahey's under center now as he calls out the snap count. He's going to hand it off to the fullback up the middle, almost untouched. Breaking it down the middle, Blake Boudreau is tackled finally just shy of the 30-yard line. Terrific offensive line play, opening up a huge hole for the speedy Blake Boudreau.
I think the shock was worn off for Guertin after that fumble recovery. They have found something in that Dover line. It's obvious they've seen something. So
yeah, 2 teams can watch films.
Exactly.
Even the team that won 21-6 in mid-October can watch film, as BG did when they went to Dover last month and won the only meeting between these 2 teams this season. The handoff is up the middle into a crowd of white jerseys is Zach Mayu, and he gets to about the 32-yard line. So short gain on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 8. You got to talk to Zach extensively before today's game, Tom?
Yeah, I talked to him earlier in the week, and likable kid from Merrimack. Came here because he wanted to win championships. He's won a couple already, and he's looking for another one here. You know, this was a kid that was thrown into it last year, John, because when Mike Kelly went down, all of a sudden, okay, who's our back going to be? And Mayu was the one who they looked at.
The
there
pitch
he is right there
to Zach Mayu, and he's just short of the 1st down marker as he gets tackled at about the 27-yard line. It'll bring up a 3rd down, and how about 3 yards to go? Dover has struck through the air successfully. BG still looking for the first pass completion. Tom, reading your preview of the game, Travis Cody said that it won't be just enough to run the ball. They're going to have to mix in a pass here or there.
Yeah, they will. And that second play with Mayu, when he was stuffed for only a couple of yards, showed it, you know. And
right. That handoff.
Not going to happen.
Right.
Not going to happen.
Enveloped by white jerseys. The Dover green wave turned into a white wave there, and they buried Blake Boudreau.
They tried the same play that they got Boudreau loose the last time. You can go to that well only so often.
It's going to be 4th down territory, though, for Bishop Guertin. Too far to try the field goal and really too close to punt it on their opponent's 23-yard line. 28-yard line, excuse me.
I think they've got the length of the field goal, but I think under the circumstances, they need to get a first down.
Fahey has Chartrand split wide to the right.
Chartrand's the guy that I think they're going to look for.
His first look is to Chartrand on the out pattern, and it is incomplete. It hit him in the hand, but Dover did have tight coverage right near the first down marker, and BG will turn it over on downs.
Yep.
Tyler Zabkar will get his second chance on offense here for the Dover Green Wave. They had a successful drive going until Dover fumbled at the BG 32 in their first real offensive possession. Dover leads the game 7-0 with 4:12 remaining in the first quarter. It was a 92-yard fumble return for a touchdown by Kyle Seawards for Dover, our only score. The handoff is up the middle and tackled just beyond the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defensive line of Bishop Guertin on that play. Boucher, number 23, Noah on the carry for Dover. They call it a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Ball right on the 30-yard line. Dover on the right hash mark. In the shotgun, Zabkar fires it. It is deflected at the line of scrimmage. I believe it was Sean Fenn had a hand on it.
Because let's face it, if he's going to throw the ball, the guy he's going to try to throw to is the fastest guy on their side of the field, which is Seawards. So the best way to counteract that, I don't think they can cover Seawards in space. So I think the best way to counteract that is to get some pressure on Zabkar.
They did a pretty good job there. 3rd and long for Dover. They threw on 2nd down. Let's see if they'll throw again here. In the shotgun, Zabkar fakes the handoff to Seawards in motion. Again deflected at the line of scrimmage.
Yep, great play.
37, James Carver, the senior defensive lineman, got in there and got a hand up.
They obviously looked at where Zabkar likes to throw, and the mantra had to be flood those passing lanes and get your hands up as you're rushing the passer. That just doesn't happen by accident twice in a row.
Good point, Tom. And he threw in the exact same lane both times, and both times Bishop Guertin's defense had a hand in the way of the football. The punt is just going to barely get beyond midfield, and it's fumbled. Yeah, it is on the turf, and it is pounced upon by a Bishop Guertin player. Terrific heads-up play by number 23, Andrew Riley.
This is getting to a point now where you've got to sit Boykin down and say, look, kid, calm down, relax, and just concentrate. Because he's obviously getting a little jittery, and he wants to take off before he's got the football. Guertin with good field position again here. 3:30 to play. They've got the ball at their own 42.
And thanks again to O'Reilly's fumble recovery. 1st and 10 for BG, trying to even up the score. They trail 7-0 here with 3.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Boykin puts it on the turf again. Now he has it, and he is going to take a loss.
And they might have to pull him out
to the 27-yard line. C.J. Boykin with a case of the fumbles here early in this game. But he was able to recover his own drop, and that is what is going to happen, Tom. He's going to take a breather here. Boykin is a sophomore in the biggest game of his life.
I mean, that's just it. You want to show him the faith that you've got. You've got faith in him, but at the same time, he's definitely feeling it.
23 yards to go for the first down. The good news is it's only 2nd down, so they got a few downs to try to do it in, possibly. Under center. Fahey's going to go with the straight handoff, and a bobble there by Blake Boudreau, but he's able to collect it before he gets hit. Well shy of the original line of scrimmage.
He got 10 yards of it back. I mean, that's a nice run by Boudreau.
True.
About 9. He's about the 36, 37-yard line. But they've seen something where he's able to run off tackle, and the off-tackle runs for him have been very successful. He's got 69 yards on the ground already on just 5 carries.
Both teams treating the ball like a greased turkey here early, Tom.
Oh, boy, I'll tell you, it's nerves, John.
So with 3rd and long, 3rd and 16, Fahey right under center again. No shotgun here, although he does a 3-step drop and he throws it across the field. It is complete to Chartrand, who spins his way out of trouble. Nice move by Nate.
Back to the original line of scrimmage,
which is about the 42-yard line. So on 4th down, a punting situation for BG. Luke Lansing will come out with the punter with his special team. So put into the hole immediately by the fumble by Boykin.
You've got a head coach, Travis Cody, who's very level-headed. He will not panic down 7-0. He won't panic down 14-0. But the one thing he will try to do is try to minimize any mistakes. So they weren't going to try to throw the ball downfield deep in that situation.
Seawards is going to back off. Now he gets the bounce, but he gets hammered by 2 BG tacklers downfield. It's a good play by Seawards not to let it bounce all the way to the goal line, but an equally good play by C.J. Boykin out there on special teams in on the tackle, Tom. Along with number 23 O'Reilly.
You got to show him confidence. He's had a tough day handling the football, but you've got to show that you have faith in him to do a lot of things for your football team. And he's got the speed to get down there on special teams and make the play. So you don't want to discount it. You don't want to take your own weapon out of the game just because it's misfired a couple of times.
Look out for these 2 receivers split wide to the left. Seawards was one of them. That's on the turf. And it's a fight between Seawards and the BG defensive player to see who has possession. And it is a battle. It is a wrestling match.
This is a wrestling match, and we're going to have to see.
It's Pacquiao Marquez down there to see who's got this football.
It doesn't look like BG got it.
And you know what? The tie goes to the offense, I think, on that one. Seawards was late to the party there to pick up that fumble, but he won the judge's favor. And it is still Dover ball, a big non-turnover there. Dover deep in their own territory. So both teams having trouble holding on to the pigskin here. It's not all that cold. It's not the ice bowl here today. So.
No, but the wind is a factor, but still, jitters are the big thing right now.
Complete to the near sideline. Seawards is out of bounds near the 1st down marker.
Isolated Seawards on a corner. The corner bit on the fake, and Seawards was able to get behind him and make the catch. The only thing that stopped that from being a big game, he ran out of room.
The officials are eyeballing it right now. The chains are on the total opposite sideline, 52 yards away, and they are going to say they want to measure this. They want to bring the chains all the way across. Seawards on the out pattern near the sideline, stops the clock with 24 seconds to go in the 1st quarter. And it is a measurement here to see if Dover's got the 1st down or not. It is only 3rd down coming up, is it? I think on this. It would be 3rd down and 1, the scoreboard says, if they don't get it. So no decision needs to be. It is a 1st down by the nose of the football. So it is a 1st and 10 for Dover. They are trying to keep a drive alive here. They had successfully moved the football earlier in the game until they fumbled on BG's 32-yard line. Our only score of the game, 7-0, was on a 92-yard fumble return for a touchdown.
Well, the only way they really moved it successfully is Seawards and his pass receiving.
Zabkar looks to his left and he completes it near the sideline. Curry steps out of bounds. That stops the clock with 19.8 seconds left to go.
A short pass to Curry. To keep them honest, and also Curry 18, Seawards 19. Tough to tell, and now we see a little bit of a no-huddle version from Dover.
Zabkar likes to throw those short darts. This time he hands it off to Seawards, who cuts it back to the inside. He's tackled well short of the line of scrimmage.
If anybody's got speed to pursue speed, it's Guertin on defense, and they were able to stop Seawards from crossing the field and going all the way around the right side, a la, C.J. Boykin, for example, and that'll be it for the end of the 1st quarter.
After 12 minutes of play, it's Dover on top, 7-0. After the 1st period of play, we will take the ball on the opposite side of the field to the 33-yard line, where it'll be 3rd down and 8 yards to go for a 1st down for Dover. They did lose a yard on that last running play to Seawards. So Dover earning their way into the championship game by the way of a dramatic 24-21 victory over Spalding last weekend. A big part of that closing drive. The game was tied at 21-all. And Zabkar took his team down the field by way of the short passing route. Apparently, according to the game account, Spalding was guarding against the home run ball, and Zabkar was able to throw a series of darts to his receivers short, advance the ball down to the 19-yard line, where Ken Ruicki, the field goal kicker for Dover, was able to hit a 29-yarder for the winning margin. So a dramatic way that they got into the game. And of course, we broadcast a equally dramatic semifinal game here where Bishop Guertin was able to hold off Timberlane 29-26. Field goals a factor in that game as well. Ball placed at the 33-yard line. So both teams nail biters to get here, and this has become a nail biter here early. Travis Cody also telling Tom King before this game was played that he thinks it'll come down to the last 4 minutes of the game, perhaps.
Yeah, he thought so.
In the shotgun, Zabkar needs 8 yards for the first down on his own 33. Man in motion is Curry. He looks toward Curry, holds it plenty of time. Flag goes down. A roll and a sack, and that might nullify the taking the penalty time.
Well, there's 2 flags down. We've got one at the 30, we've got one at the 32. So
it is toward the left side.
If they offset, with that play continuing, if they offset, then there's a problem. Then we've got to redo the play, and that could be a break for Dover.
It is holding.
Well, that's one penalty, but what about the second one? There's 2 flags on the field.
Possible the 2 officials could have seen the same infraction?
Yeah, it's possible, but we'll have to wait and see. Yep, holding declined as the sack brings the ball all the way back to where? The 23-yard line, I believe, right?
As good as a penalty.
Yeah.
And lost it down, though.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
So it'll be 4th down in a punting situation for Dover.
4th and 19 from the 22.
On the left hash mark. Boykin and Chartrand are back to receive for Bishop Guertin.
John, if you look at yardage, Guertin is just dominating that statistic. Dover not doing much except for a 39-yard pass to Seawards.
The only stat BG's not doing too well on is that on the scoreboard, trailing 7-0.
Oh, I'm shocked that he picked that ball up.
Yeah, Chartrand, a little bit of a risky move there. But
yeah, that's a very risky move.
Tackled at his 42.
That's about the average start they've had, John, at midfield at the 42-yard line.
Yep, can't complain. The offensive line has done a great job of opening up holes for Bishop Guertin. They just haven't been able to complete any passes, and they have had a case of the drops here, and it has shown up on the scoreboard. 92-yard fumble return for a touchdown, our only tally. 7-0, Dover leads it just underway in the second quarter of play here. It is Green Day at Stellos Stadium. The Dover Green Wave against the Bishop Guertin Cardinals. Of course, green a big part of their color scheme. Fahey hands it off, hit right after the handoff, and downed is the fullback, Paul Lipari. Not much there that time.
Now, Lipari, John, that wasn't a bad run by Lipari. He got hit right away, and he kept his feet moving and kept basically just grinding out. He ground out, he doesn't get the benefit of the spot I thought he should have gotten, maybe closer to the 45, but he grinds out 2 yards on a nice run. Some other running backs would have gone down, but Lipari's got some size.
Yeah, it could have been a loss on the play. Lipari turns it into a 2-yard gain.
But still, Guertin needs
they've got
the running game going. They need the passing game going. What Guertin needs is a nice long sustained drive into the end zone just to show that what they're doing in this game is going to pay off. Because defensively, they're playing a fine game. They're doing exactly what they need to do defensively.
Robert Fahey, the senior quarterback, under center. In motion comes Marino. Handoff is to the running back. Is that
might have been Mayu? Let me see.
Underneath the pile of players.
Zach Mayu, Mayu across the 45 to the 47-yard line.
So 2
3 yards.
2 or 3 yards. Another tough gain for Bishop Guertin, going right up the middle on the running play.
3rd and 5.
Chartrand.
Ball to 47. A couple of things here. They saw that seam that they've used to run up the middle off tackle. That seems to have worked for some plays. But what they've gotten away from, John, and it was effective early, was the option game.
Will Fahey go to the option here? He goes to a quick strike pass out to the right side.
I'm going to call that a carry because that was thrown behind the line of scrimmage.
Marino with the lateral pass, and not much there, not much of a cushion.
No, not at all.
Great job on defense.
Now I just think Guertin's trying to run that sideline route. I think if you've got Fahey and you've got a guy with an arm like Fahey does, throw the ball ahead, third down. I never believe in throwing the ball backwards or throwing it laterally on third down at all.
Solid stop by Dover's D.
It sure
3 and
is.
out.
It sure is.
Oh, Lansing with the fake is going to pass to the wide open number 10. That's Kevin Kizik down the sideline for a first down. The fake punt is successful for Bishop Guertin.
What a play and what that was. You know what that was, John? That's a trust in your defense. That is a trust in your defense.
Kizik wide open on the right sideline. It wasn't the prettiest pass in the world, but it was right in the numbers. And Kizik was off to the races for the first down and more. It is spotted at the Dover 26-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals.
That's a 27-yard gain to Kizik.
Big play as Travis Cody and the Cardinals dip into the playbook and succeed. Up the middle goes the fullback Lipari.
And now they've got to ride that kind of momentum.
That is a big first down carry for Lipari. He gets a 5 or 6, make it a 5-yard gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 5 to go. Bishop Guertin shuttling some plays in from the sideline into the game now. Number 20, Tom Vallis, who also plays quarterback for Bishop Guertin, is on the field. Number 20
is a good receiver as well.
Yeah, he's wide right, split out to the right side.
He's got that kind of athletic ability.
In motion comes Marino. Now he goes back outside. The handoff is to Mayu, and he is hit at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, no gain there. A play that was absolutely going to go nowhere. The play that I would have tried if I were them would have run it to the right because there seemed to be all sorts of open space there. And instead, if Mayu had seen that, he could have cut. But he's a basically follow my blocker type of back. And he didn't see the opening and didn't cut to the right. Instead, he ran straight ahead and right into the awaiting arms of the Dover tacklers.
Dover featuring a 3-4 defense here, it looks like.
Another
they got
big
4 down linemen, 4-3.
Another big third down for Guertin.
Hand off to Mayu. He eludes one tackler, but then he can't spin away from 3 more.
They are surprising me with this commitment to the run.
They are
on
committed
these
to
plays.
the run. Yep.
They have not thrown the ball on key third down plays, and now they're going to face a 4th down play again, and in danger of wasting a great fake punt.
They have a lot of players from the secondary, Tom. They're cheating right up to the line, and they are adding to that run defense.
It's going to be another 4th down call, 4th and 3 from the 19, and I think with the wind conditions the way they are, I don't think you want to trust Toscano to kick it here or get points on the board. I think you got to play the field position game and go for it on 4th down.
Well, it would be what?
But they're gonna talk it over. I believe it'll be their 2nd timeout.
It would be like a 35-yarder from here.
Yeah.
Trailing 7-0 to Dover.
Yeah. See, I don't take the 3 here.
Just under 7 minutes to go in the half.
I think if you get a field goal below 30 yards and in is going to be very difficult. 30 yards and in is my limit. So if I'm them, I want to get 3 yards. I think you've got to go for it here.
Dover Green Wave last won a state championship in Division II in 1996.
Yeah.
They appeared in the championship game in 2002, a loss to Exeter by 3 points, 24-21. And last year they lost in overtime in the semifinal to the eventual runner-up Winnicott, who lost to BG in the championship game. So very close many times. Dover is as hungry as a team can get for a state championship. They lead 7-0 here early, with 7 minutes to go in the first half. BG's going for it. They're going to eschew the field goal and go for a first down here. They need 4 yards. Quick drop and a completion over the middle, first down to about the 9-yard line. An excellent job of execution on that pass play to Lipari. Chartrand cutting in.
Chartrand, I think.
Yeah, excuse me. Lipari went down to try to block for him late, but it was Chartrand slanting in from his wide right position, and Fahey hit him on the numbers.
9-yard gain or 10-yard gain down to the 11-yard gain, actually, down to the 8-yard line.
Big play for Bishop Guertin, their biggest offensive play of the game thus far, converting on 4th down.
Their biggest offensive play was the Lansing fake, but
true, to keep the drive alive.
Right, but this was their biggest offensive play from formation, and nothing.
Chartrand, no, it was Fahey on a keeper. He is swallowed up by 3 defenders for Dover.
Yeah, they are really pushing the middle of the field. I think now that lane has closed. Dover has made the adjustment. So what Guertin's got to do is they've got to stretch that space at the line of scrimmage and move it back outside a little bit and keep that Dover defense honest, because Fahey just lost 2 yards. You know, he had a 9-yard run his first carry, now he's a yard and -2. So
Dalton Perry, Blake Boudreau, and Zach Mayu in the backfield for Bishop Guertin. Keeping it as Fahey rolls left, throws over the head of the intended receiver, Dalton Perry, who had just come into the game. A rollout pass, incomplete, will bring up 3rd down and 10.
It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 10-yard line.
Bishop Guertin in their 8th straight Division II title game, going for their 4th title in a row here in Division II. And talk, Tom, from you about this being their last year in Division II.
Well, again, I don't agree with it. You know, I think they should stay where they are. This game is certainly
intense competition.
Yeah, exactly. What's wrong with where they are? You know.
Fahey drops 3 steps, throws to the left, and it is intercepted in the end zone. That is a big, big play, to say the least, for Dover. No 3 points, no 6 points, 0 points for Dover, as waiting for that pass was Colin Shaughnessy, the defensive back for Dover. Just makes sure he goes to the turf and intercepts it for a touchback in the end zone.
Wow, what a great play by Shaughnessy.
1st and 10 for Dover.
Who was hurt, and the thought was he might not be able to play today.
Did I see a cast on his hand there?
Yes, wrist.
Well, you know, he put himself in such a position there, Tom. He could have caught that one-handed. It was right in the gut. Holding on to it here is Zabkar. He is hit after a short gain on 1st and 10 from his own 20. So turnovers have been a huge headache for Bishop Guertin here. A series of fumbles, including a 92-yard fumble return for a touchdown for Dover to give them the 7-0 lead that they have enjoyed since the opening minute. And there, Bishop Guertin knocking on the door, an interception in Dover's football. 2nd and 6 with 5 minutes to go in the half. Rolling out and throwing complete at the 35-yard line. Popped as he catches it was Seawards. First down. It was about 10-yard completion, maybe 11, for a first down for Dover. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. In the shotgun goes Zabkar. He's had a lot of success throwing the football. Good arm and good feet. The quarterback is going to shovel this one. A lateral. It goes to Seawards. He breaks a few tackles and gets it right near the first down marker, which would be the 45. Let's see where they spot it. It is a first down that moves the chains exactly 10 yards on the gain for Dover. BG substituting some defensive linemen here, as it looked like Ethan Plumley came out and was replaced by Cody Carlson, the sophomore defensive lineman in there now for Bishop Guertin, trying to stem this Dover drive. Handoff up the middle, hit just beyond the line of scrimmage was Boucher, number 23, Noah, on the carry. It is a gain of 2, 2nd and 8. Dover mixing the pass and the run pretty effectively. Neither offense has a score today. The only score came on a defensive fumble return for a touchdown. In the shotgun, Zabkar. One-step drop, hits Seawards.
Yep.
Great job by Lansing.
Seawards just got leveled.
Number 37, Carver adding
the blow after another defensive back had held Seawards down.
Luke Lansing.
Yep.
So good job of teamwork by BG to stop the most dangerous ball handler for Dover, Kyle Seawards, who has that 92-yard fumble return for a touchdown.
And 4 receptions already on the day. Big third down play, 3rd and 6 from the 49.
Also because Dover would like to hang on to the ball and
They
kill the clock.
Go deep.
Down the field it goes. It is just over the head of Seawards.
Too much hesitation on Zabkar's spot. He waited to see if his receiver could get open. But again, I thought that was great coverage there by Lansing. Lansing playing an outstanding game defensively and on special teams.
It's 19 on 19 for a lot of the game, and great matchup work by Luke Lansing to stop Kyle Seawards. He was not open, and Zabkar just throwing up a prayer there down the left sideline.
So Boykin
watch out for the fake here. Actually,
I was going to say, I would too. I would say watch out for it here too, but they kick it. And they kick it to Boykin on the ground, and Boykin's going to take it.
He has stopped at about the 18-yard line.
Great job containing C.J. Boykin. Not able to get Boykin open in space at any point in this football game.
So BG's got a tall task here if they're going to put any points on the board before the end of the first half. They've got 3:12 to work with, and they trail 7-0. They have brought the ball downfield successfully a few times, but turnovers have cost them, fumbles and interceptions, as we are in the waning minutes of the first half of the Division II state championship game.
Now the worst field position they have. Now Guertin has no choice but to run the ball here. They don't want to try to open it up. And of course they go
with the rollout. Open, complete, down to about the first down marker, nearly, it is a first down. 11-yard gain on the play. Bishop Guertin well executed to Blake Boudreau in the right flat. Well, that surprised everybody, Tom.
Fahey just got that ball off. Fahey doesn't look as though he's throwing the ball with what you would call authority, John. Do you feel that way?
Tentative.
Yeah, very tentative, I think.
And that's nerves too, probably. You don't want to make the big turnover. He has just committed that interception down in the opponent's end zone. So the option. Fahey pitches. Mayu. Another 10-yard, 9-yard gain maybe for Bishop Guertin on that play.
Working against the
38-yard line.
2:34 to play here in the first half. Guertin's offense has moved the ball, but they've taken lots of time in doing it, which is one of the reasons this has been a quick first half.
Side judge ruled that Mayu stayed in bounds when he was tackled, so it'll bring up 2nd down and 1. The clock continues to roll, 2:17 left and counting, as Chartrand splits wide to the right. Coming near side, wide out Nick Marino. Fahey under center as Blake Boudreau and Zach Mayu. Mayu gets the handoff, trying to get outside, stiff arms one player, but
he should have enough for a first down, though.
Coming up to make the hit was Colin Shaughnessy, but as Tom said, they do get the first down. The chains move.
But still, at this point in time, downs, I feel, aren't as important here as real estate. They're 61 yards away from tying this game up with 1:54, and they've got 1:54 to get there. They've got to start throwing the ball down the middle of the field.
Clock just jumped to 1:48 and 1:44, like 44-second chunks coming off the clock. I don't know what's up with that. Now it says 1:38. There's something wrong with the clock. It's a double reverse. The ball's on the turf. Chartrand picks it up and is tackled, and a big loss on the play.
4 fumbles for Guertin today. They've lost.
The clock is really messed up.
Yep.
It's jumping several seconds at a time. This one's all right?
No, this one's the same.
No, this one's worse.
From 119 to 116. The clock, something's wrong with this clock.
It's like 4, 6, and 7 seconds coming off at a at a tick.
Yep.
It's down to 110. When we started this, it was about 156.
Yep.
So the digits on the clock just went nutso. I mean, it was like you're looking at it, and every tick, 3, 8, 5 seconds are coming off at once. There's no way that one play took 1 minute or close to.
Oh, no doubt about it. There's something definitely wrong with that clock.
I don't need my life to go by any faster than it's going, Tom.
Oh, this clock keeps moving this way, John. As soon as we're done with this game, we'll have Thanksgiving Day right ahead. North and South will be right here.
Somebody's watching this game on demand and just fast forwarded
No
us.
kidding, I know it. Are they aware of it? That's what I want to know.
Disconcerting play for the BG offense there, Tom. Nate Chartrand thrown for a big loss, and he fumbled it in the process.
Well, let's see. Boykins fumbled it 3 times, and Chartrand's fumbled it once.
Are you talking about fumbles that they recovered?
No,
they count as fumbles, whether they give them up or
fumbled
not.
it by my count 4 times, if I'm not mistaken.
A bundle, and we're only in the first half. So it's 2nd and 19. Fahey calling the signals. 3-step drop. Is hit from behind and sacked. I don't think they put the time back on the clock. It says 1:10. They're keeping it on the field. One clock says 1:10, the other one says a minute.
They must be keeping it on the field.
Yeah, so there's about a minute and a half to go.
But do the players know that? That's the thing, that's...
Dover calls a timeout.
Of course, with third... I don't know if that 52.5 seconds isn't accurate.
So. No, they've got about a minute and a half left on the clock, which is concerning for the BG defense, because they have to come up with some sort of a punt here and then a stop in order to not go down by any more than 7-0 here in the first half.
Well, you've got to, I think if you're Guertin right now, unless you can get a big play for a first down, your main goal is to prevent a big play on the other side of the field and take your lumps and go in down 7-0.
Right.
Be conservative here.
When these two teams met in mid-October, the score at the end of the first half was 7-0 Bishop Guertin.
Right.
So they may be trading that here. We'll see. There's still about a minute and a half to go.
Now, Dover defense has been on the field a long time in this football game. Eventually, that could take its toll, but we might not see anything like that until the 4th quarter.
Division II state championship game here in Nashua's ETV. John Collins with Tom King. Tim O'Neill with our camera view right there. We have Mike James down on the field. Our executive producer Pete Johnson is with us. Fahey with a 4-step drop. Throws over the top. Complete to Chartrand. Makes a move to the inside. And that is not near enough for a first down. It is about the 43-yard line where the ball will be marked, and it will be 4th down. A punting situation. Timeout was called by Bishop Guertin.
No, Dover had called timeout earlier, so I don't know who's going to call timeout now.
Well, they just indicated strongly that it was a timeout by BG.
At the 44-yard line.
Which I'm not sure why you do that, unless you're confident that you can keep the drive alive and go down and score. That is a big vote of confidence for the offense right there to call timeout on 4th and long like this, Tom.
Well, you're going to have to punt the ball away. We don't know exactly how much time is left. 48 seconds according to the clock.
They are going to punt it. Lansing's going back there.
Lansing's going back there to punt. There's no doubt about it.
Of course, the last time Lansing went back there to punt, he threw a pass and completed it to Kevin Kizik for a first down on the fake punt. But in this situation,
I don't think you're going to see Lansing do that again. I think you're going to see him kick the ball away.
Yeah.
And the thing is, don't let Seawards touch the football if they can avoid it.
The way Dover tries to work it is Seawards is the only guy they put back there. I mean, they give him the room to work with if he wants to track down the bounces.
And you know what? If I were Guertin, I'd do that with Boykin. Make them kick away from the player and away from anybody.
It is a line drive that
nice.
Seawards is going to go back and get. Boykin is going to track him down.
Yeah, boy. See, that's the thing you don't see in any article or box score or anything else like that. Is Boykin's speed coming into play there on special teams. The second time we've seen that in this football game.
C.J. Boykin with a big special teams tackle drops Kyle Seawards, the speedy back for Dover.
Speed can show up in so many different ways on a football field that it doesn't necessarily have to be on the scoreboard or in the stat box.
And if Seawards doesn't make that catch, and that was a difficult over-the-shoulder catch, Boykin's right there to make the recovery. But
yeah, or at least be there in case Seawards tries to touch the football.
So it does say 38 seconds on the clock.
A knee time for Dover.
And they are going to a knee. They're not going to try to go the field here, and maybe the clock is accurate where it says 30 seconds now to go and running. 7-0 Dover's Green Wave coming into visiting territory here to try to do what they haven't done in 15 years, win the state Division II championship. They are off to a good start. They are leading 7-0 as they take a knee and take the lead into halftime at Stellos Stadium. John Collins with Tom King, Tim O'Neill, Mike James, Pete Johnson. The Nashua ETV crew is here. History will be made in the next 24 minutes and more, possibly, depending on how long this game goes. It is much in doubt, the state Division II title. Who will win, Dover or Bishop Guertin? Stay tuned to second half action here on Nashua's ETV coming up.
Personal foul, inactive activities on a glorious day.
Huh?
Let's get out there and play!
Sweet. Ooh, freeze!
When do I get to be it? Uh-oh.
Hey, Reggie, frozen people can't talk.
P-L-A-Y.
An hour a day.
I'm it. There are lots of great play ideas online, but don't stay too long.
Welcome back, everybody, to Stellos Stadium in Nashua, New Hampshire. It is an ideally sunny and crisp fall football weather Saturday as we get set for the start of the action in the second half. Bishop Guertin finds themselves trailing 7-0. A turnover-plagued first half. John Collins with Tom King here on Nashua's ETV. Couple minutes left to go before the kickoff to begin the second half. As you can see, the team stretching and huddling and talking some strategy. Tom King has some halftime stats to open some eyes.
Well, I mean, Guertin, I told you they were dominating in real estate in numbers. They have 100 yards rushing, 73 passing, a lot of it on that fourth down pass by Lansing, 27 of it on that fourth down pass. But at the same time,
no points.
No points. And defensively, Dover 63 total yards. I mean, offensively, Dover only 63 total yards, 3 rushing. I told you whoever runs the ball better is going to win this game. Right now, that's not the case because of the turnovers. The great equalizer. Penalties and turnovers in high school football, and the 2 turnovers, the fumble, and then the interception down here at the goal line.
That is an amazing set of stats right there.
It sure is.
3 yards rushing, the team's leading. The team with 180 yards offense is scoreless.
Unbelievable.
So Bishop Guertin and their fans hoping that the second half produces a much different story here in the state title game. Division II is a very exciting day, to say the least, as you listen to the scores coming in from around the league. With a few minutes left in the Division I game in Derry, Pinkerton was trailing Exeter 20-13, a huge upset in the making there, possibly, as Exeter, who had a miserable time of it in their first year in Division I last year, have come all the way back to not only have only a 1-loss season. They went to the state title game and they're in their opponent's territory, and they are knocking on the door of a huge upset.
I don't think Bill Ball would tell you that the switch to divisions is why they had such a tough year. I think he'll tell you more. They just didn't have a good class. They didn't have a good group. They had a weak senior class. So that's one of the things that was a factor in their having a tough year last year. Now, obviously, the move to Division I with some real good teams hurts. But I mean, I think all this Division I and Division II up and down and everything else is just, to me, Guertin and Exeter, in my mind, are 2 teams that, yes, can they compete and win in Division I? Sure, they're showing it. But, they also would make a very competitive Division II. I just never have liked the fact that rivalry has been split up.
And it might be split up again next year, even though Bishop Guertin's going to Division I. The talk is
Exeter is dropping down to D2. So,
as we watch the tri-captains for Bishop Guertin walk out to the middle of the field to reset themselves. Re-ascertain what is going to be the kicking team and who's going to be the receiving team. It will be Dover receiving and defending the goal to our right, and Bishop Guertin kicking off from left to right as you watch it on your TVs at home. Nashua ETV broadcast crew, the best here. Tim O'Neill is up top, and Mike James down in the field. Our executive producer, Pete Johnson. I'm John Collins, along with Tom King. And sprinting back to his sideline, James Carver and Robert Fahey and Broderick Smith, the tri-captains for Bishop Guertin. They got to kick it off, even though they trail 7-0. Turnovers, the story here this afternoon. The only score of the game coming on a 92-yard fumble return for a touchdown by Kyle Seawards in the game's opening drive by Bishop Guertin. They got the ball all the way down to the 8-yard line. The handoff to C.J. Boykin. He actually fumbled it twice in the same carry. And Seawards picked it up off the turf and sprinted the distance.
And here's the tough thing about it is Guertin, had all that real estate after getting the opening kickoff moving down the field, and they lose it on that incredible chain of events. But they've got to kick off to Dover to start the second half.
Yes.
With the ball in the hands of the Dover offense. But you know what? That might not be a bad thing if they can isolate, if they can stop Seawards. And basically, who is the only player who's doing anything offensively for Dover today. He has, by my count, he's got 4 receptions for 60 yards. That's all but 60 of the 3 yards, all but 3 of the yards that they have.
Wow.
So
and he might have had the 3-yard carry. I don't know. Did he?
Yeah.
I mean, on the 3 yards rushing that they have.
So it's
yeah, it's Seawards they have to stop, and he is back to receive this kick near side as the ball comes down. It is going to go out of bounds.
That's not a good choice. Why they decided to point it that way, I don't know. And that's going to give Dover the ball at the 35-yard line. Not a good start.
So as the flag flies and they mark off the illegal procedure, it's
John, the thing is, in a game like this, when it's this close, they're going to make him kick again.
Yeah.
When it's this close, the little things all tend to add up.
Steve Toscano's going to tee it up on the 35-yard line.
They re-kick it, a 5-yard penalty from the 35.
Now, if Dover accepted the penalty,
they'd take it at the 35.
A 35, okay. Seems to be pretty good field position, but they're going to gamble and get better,
Yeah, I would have taken the ball at the 35.
Toscano booms it this time.
Yeah, see, Toscano's got a good leg.
It bounces off of Seawards. He's having trouble picking it up. Boykin knocks it loose. Fumble. Whose ball is it? Is it Chartrand? Who's got it? BG has 3 players there. Seawards is there. Maybe one more Dover player jumps into the pile. This is going to be a huge official's decision. Seawards was able to steal one back earlier.
This is a pile battle going on right now. They're still squirming around down there. Guertin's saying they've got it. And they do. Let's see who comes out of it.
Bishop Guertin football. Nate Chartrand is celebrating. I believe it was Nate that came away with the ball.
No, I think it was number 28 that came up with the ball. He was the last guy I saw get out of the pile.
Oh, it was 28. John Miller with the recovery, the sophomore, with a huge recovery of a fumble by Seawards.
How's that? And we were talking about the option they had to
that
take
was
the ball.
C.J. Boykin that knocked it loose,
It
Tom.
was.
And you're talking about...
Well, actually, Boykin knocked it loose the second time. Seawards never had a handle on it.
Never had a good handle on it.
But every kick, Boykin's the first one down because he's got the speed, John.
How much does Dover wish they had taken that penalty now and taken the ball?
Yep.
There's the handoff up the middle. Blake Boudreau has a healthy first down gain. Big pile there
In fact,
inside
he may
the 10.
have a first down. Depends on where they spot it.
Five-yard gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 5 for Bishop Guertin.
Oh, much.
Where was the
ball? At the 14.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
BG has come this way before, Tom. They've had a fumble and a interception in the red zone. They need points, trailing 7-0, capitalizing on this fumble on the opening kickoff of the second half. BG marching 2nd and 5. It's Fahey under center. He's going to hand it off. Hit in the backfield, Mayu, and he's wrapped up.
Mayu was wrapped up, but if he was able, it looked like number 70 from Dover got in there to make the tackle. That's going to be Eric Miller, and it looked like Mayu. If Miller didn't grab him then, Mayu was off into the end zone. He had a clear path. Mayu only got a yard on that play.
They can get the first down without a touchdown. They need to get to the 4. Fahey checking on the defense now before he might be audibilizing here. Under center, it's Fahey. 2-step drop, throws to the left, and it is broken up.
Never had a chance because Marino was so far out. He had to run so far on the slant, and the timing wasn't there, and Shaughnessy read it perfectly. Never had a chance. So now what do? Then you got to kick a field goal, and that's a shame to take that break and only get 3 points out of it.
Big victory for
seriously,
Dover's
the
defense.
play calling today for Guertin has not been what I think has been ideal in these situations.
The red zone.
It's going to be a 25-yard field goal attempt for Toscano.
On the button, and he splits it. Toscano was out here practicing during halftime. He practices a lot, and as you can see, he couldn't have kicked it any better than that. Right down the middle, because Toscano gets Bishop Guertin on the board. A 7-3 lead for the first points of the game. 7-3. The Cardinals on the scoreboard. Dover still in the lead by 4. But again, if BG's able to come down the field and score, they will take a lead in this one. Dover's got to feel very happy with their ability.
No doubt about it.
To stop Bishop Guertin from putting a touchdown on the board there and tying this one up. So we've played just over a minute here in the third quarter. Bishop Guertin on the scoreboard after the big turnover by Kyle Seawards, the talented running back for Dover. C.J. Boykin, keep an eye on him, number 21 there at the bottom of your screen. Blazing speed. He's been in on almost every special teams tackle today. And it is going to go right to Seawards. Actually, he's going to let his teammate pick it up on a bounce. Number 15 is Max Rowicki, and he gets it to the 20-yard line. So same as a touchback. 1st and 10 for the Dover Green Wave. Let's see if Tyler Zabkar can get his team moving here. The first offensive possession of the game for the Dover Green Wave will come at their own 20-yard line, leading this one 7-0. Neither offense has put a touchdown on the board. The only score of the game, a 92-yard fumble return for a touchdown by Kyle Seawards, who is in the backfield for Dover, and gets the handoff. Seawards' right hash mark takes a nice lick, looked like from Nate Chartrand coming up from his defensive back position, and it is a healthy gain on first down. 4. Second down and 6. All spotted on the 24-yard line. 57-player roster for Bishop Guertin. 46 young men on the roster for Dover. They have 2 receivers split wide to the left, almost like a pick situation. Kyle Seawards is lined up in the backfield behind his receiver. Now he comes in motion right toward his quarterback. The handoff, Seawards ends up being a blocker. The handoff goes up the middle. Noah Boucher on the carry for Dover. A short gain on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and short. 3rd down and 2 yards to go for a first down for Dover. So BG would love to come up with a 3 and out here on a stop, a defensive stop if they can. Big play for the Dover Green Wave offense. Zabkar is going to go right back into a shotgun formation as they seek to pick up these crucial 2 yards. Seawards is in motion. Fake the handoff to Seawards. Pass over the middle is complete for a first down. Rumbling in open territory across midfield. Takes a heavy hit, but not before a hugely successful 3rd down conversion to Eric Wilson. The junior tight end was wide open over the middle.
Wow, that was a great play. Wilson left alone, and if you want an open pass, sometimes the tight end is the best guy to go to. That's a gain of 24 yards right there, right off the bat.
Well-designed play by Dover, faking to Seawards, throwing to Wilson, and they move the chains in a big way. Ball in Bishop Guertin territory. 1st and 10 at the 48. Seawards has a blocker, cuts it to the inside, gets a gain of 2 or 3 on the play. 3-yard gain by Seawards. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And that hurts. I mean, Guertin's defense has got to help their offense out a little bit here by enabling them to make a big stop and get field position again, and that hasn't happened.
That was a new wrinkle in the Dover offense there, that pass over the middle to the tight end, Wilson, and it caught BG unaware. Handoff up the middle.
Yeah, that play didn't have a chance to start. Too many bodies involved.
Nolan Cornell in on the stop. The linebacker
on the carry.
Looking to call that number and name a few more times in this second half. Nolan Cornell. I was going to say he had a rather quiet first half, and he didn't recover any fumbles, but he was part of the reason that Dover's offense did not score any touchdowns. You can bet on that, number 40, the middle linebacker for Bishop Guertin. So it is Zabkar in the shotgun. Rolls to his right, and Boudreaux with the sack. Blake Boudreaux slipped his blocker, and he got in there, beating his man. Huge sack.
That's the speed you talk about. Boudreaux playing a very, very good two-way football game.
That'll bring up 4th and 15. It's a punting situation.
Yeah, they lost about 6-7 yards on that play.
Never able to set up with Zabkar. It was hard to see who he was even intending to throw to because he didn't get a set
I
of
saw
feet at all.
Boudreaux. Oh, the only question was whether Boudreaux would get there in time because he had a clear path.
The punt is down the right hash mark.
Got in there for a block.
And out of bounds.
Yeah, that's about the best thing that BG could have hoped for, was a short kick that went out of bounds. Nobody touches the ball for a turnover or anything like that.
Both teams might want to hope for that.
And they get the ball in some decent field position.
At the 35-yard line. BG's only points in this game, a field goal coming in the opening minutes of the second half after a fumbled kickoff by Kyle Seawards. And you know, the original kickoff went out of bounds, and the decision by Dover was to have BG kick the ball again, and it proved to be a mistake as Seawards had the ball knocked out of his hands by C.J. Boykin on the kick coverage. 1st and 10 for BG at their own 35. Fahey is going to keep it, roll to the right, throws off the hand of Mayu.
Had it right there and dropped. Chartrand deep, he was covered.
You know,
if Mayu caught that ball,
the team
he
speed
turns upfield, he's at the 50-yard line easily.
Yeah, the team speed element, Tom, that you wrote about before this going in here, it hasn't really shown up all that much.
It has on defense. It has defensively for Guertin, but offensively it hasn't.
Right, because, I mean, you look at the Dover pursuit right there. They were hot on Mayu's tail. Even if he makes that catch, he might have been able to get outside.
I think he was at the 50 if he makes that catch.
Fahey under center. Two-step drop. It's up for grabs, and it is off the turf. Incomplete.
Almost.
Valiant effort by Waddington.
Yeah, by Eric Waddington. Almost. Guertin evidently has changed their scheme a little bit. They're going to go put the ball in play in the air, and right now it's not working out.
No. Shadows are very long on the field, as you can see. Gets dark early.
6:32 to play here, third quarter, 7-3. We've got our second straight week of a second straight good football game.
Yeah. And so the receivers will be looking back into the sun here, and at least for the third quarter. It'll be a different story when they change ends at the end of the third quarter. But 6.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. BG trailing 7-3 with the football. Flushed out of the pocket and sacked. Robert Fahey was dropped by Eric Waddington. Nearly had an interception, did Waddington. Now he gets a huge sack. So both defenses trading huge sacks on 3rd and long, Tom. And the points are at a premium in this New Hampshire Division II state title game.
I thought they would be at a big premium. Dover shutting down the big play, getting a big play. And Guertin just not able to sustain. They've gotten long drives, but not able to finish their drives. And this time they weren't able to start one.
Toscano with a nice looking punt. Boykin fans on it, but he's picked up by his teammate O'Reilly. He did
slow him up a little bit, but still Dover with decent position, John. If they get another swing pass out to the tight end or get Seawards in space, they can do some things here as they got a 1st and 10 at their 37-yard line. Dover's defense right now, the story of this football game, I think, the way that they're playing.
Exeter did it, Tom. We just got the score in the Division I game. Pinkerton dethroned 23-13
So what's wrong with
Exeter.
New Hampshire high school football where a team wins in one division and goes down?
BG is hoping it's not upset Saturday as the defending champions trail 7-3. Just hearing the score come over that away from home, Exeter defeats Pinkerton 23-13.
Exeter stated their claim when they came here to Stellos Stadium 3 weeks ago and just blew Nashua South out of the water, winning I think 45-7. It was a huge rout. I forget what the numbers were.
And the legend of Exeter coach Bill Ball grows as he takes his team to Division I and wins the title in the second year. Handoff to Seawards. Great defense by Bishop Guertin. They wrap him up near the line of scrimmage. It's an exercise in frustration for both offenses against these fine defenses here at Stellos Stadium. 7-3, Dover leads, but it almost seems like the only points we can expect is some dramatic turnover or some kind of defensive play.
Well, defensive play here right now. Dover call a
3rd and 8.
Yeah, and I'm with them. With Guertin's penetration in the backfield, I was going to say a draw, but they don't call it.
Intercepted!
There it is.
Tackled at the 35-yard line.
You said it, John. What kind of play would they do?
Blake Boudreau steps up and picks it off.
You said what kind of defensive play would happen, and I was going to say, well, if you're Dover, you got to be wary of the fumble on a sack, but instead the interception.
I got to say the tackle was key there.
It was, because it would have been a pick six.
Blake Boudreau just blanketing his receiver, a ball that should not have been thrown by Zabkar. And it is 1st and 10 for Bishop Guertin. Another golden opportunity for the offense to get down the field and take a lead here. Robert Fahey, the senior quarterback, under center. Hands off to Mayu, who plows his way up the middle for a healthy first down gain.
Second back through that time. They tried to shake up the middle of the field with a second back through carry, and that's Mayu. He gets 4 yards.
He gets the 4 yards plus the length of the football, and Zach Mayu determined behind his blockers right up the middle. So it's 2nd down and about 6 for BG. Fahey holds it. Tries to run off right tackle, and not too much there for Fahey. Yeah, he moves it about 3 yards.
They're not
2nd and 2.
They're not stretching the field laterally enough for me. I'd like to see Fahey just try to sprint it to the outside the way he did earlier.
Take the option wide.
Yeah, take the option wide a little bit. You know, now again, they got 4 yards on that play, but still not nearly enough for what they wanted to see.
3rd and 2.
3rd and 2 from the 27-yard line.
This is probably 2-down territory from where the ball
I think and the way they run the ball, you think that they're going to get 2 yards.
Fahey calling the signals. He has got Lipari. He gives it to Lipari, who plows his way past the first down marker. Paul Lipari with a first down carry.
This is one of those games where every yard is just scratch and claw. You know, doesn't it feel that way?
Absolutely.
You know, down, you got 3 yards down to the 24. It's a big 3 yards. Bodies moved the pile. He wasn't going to break anything. Eventually, those plays turn into big plays when the defense tires and you're able to bounce it and get outside in space.
There have been downs where Fahey has thrown on first down. This is not one of them. Lipari with a big hole off right tackle.
Yeah, that time the hole opened up before he got to the line of scrimmage, and Lipari was able to just run straight ahead, and the Red Sea parted, and he's down to the 19-yard line.
And for the first time in the game for me, Tom, I sense some body language on the Dover defense that they may be starting to tire a little bit. Slow off the turf was Eric Waddington.
They have been on the field a long time. I mentioned that in the first half. At some point, it might show up.
Bishop Guertin moving the football on first down. Can they do it on second down? Big hole again up the middle. Going back to the same thing that worked before. Lipari gets a first down. About 6 yards for Lipari there, or 5 yards, and it's a 1st and 10. Bishop Guertin, they have the ball in the red zone now. Can they convert? They've only had a field goal so far today. They've had a fumble down here. They've had an interception. Can they get the ball across that goal line? Fahey underneath center. Lipari following his block gets inside the 10.
They are not going to vary from this theme now. They're going to keep pounding away, my guess would be. They're at the 9-yard line now. He is getting 5-5-5. 3-5-5-5.
I can see Fahey talking face-to-face with his offensive lineman. Not something you see every series.
No, Fahey,
they are going to put it on the backs of this offensive line.
Fahey talked a lot to his team last week. He said, don't get down when they were down against Timberlake. He said, we got to keep our heads up.
They're putting it on the backs of the offensive line to get this touchdown. Lipari almost breaking through.
Oh my, you look like you called it right there.
Matt
looked
Brown,
like he was going in.
Saving tackle, Matt Brown, number 79. It is first and goal. First down for Lipari. Lipari's coming out of the game. He needs a breather, apparently.
I think he might have been wrestled when he went down there, but I don't know. Why take him out now?
I don't know. Boudreau's back in there in his place, at least for this play.
He went down a little awkward, but I don't think you see the trainer, is he? He's coming
No,
out
he
now.
got congratulated. He's psyched. He'll be
Goal
back
to
in there
3.
shortly.
Yeah, I'd put him in now.
Blake Boudreau is in there, and number 35, Dalton Perry. Up the middle it goes. Not much there this time. Dover's.
Mayu, I think, on the carry.
It was Mayu, and it was determination of the Dover defensive line not to let that another one through the same hole.
No gain or down to the 2? I think it's no gain. No gain for Mayu. You had that momentum. Why did he come out of the game? That's something I don't understand.
So, Tom, is this where you go wide with the option that you wanted, or you try to go right up the gut? This is a key touchdown that Dover. Oh, Mayu's hitting the backfield and down to the line of scrimmage.
It's not the same right now.
Dover's defensive goal line stand could be a huge story in the game. We are at third down now. Do you want to kick another field goal here? No, you don't want to, but you might have to. The way Dover's defensive line is shored up here with their backs against the goal line. The waning seconds of the third quarter, 10 seconds, and they might be taking the ball down to the other end of the field to try to push it through.
Well, let's see.
They're letting it run, Tom. That is the score at the end of 3 quarters, 7-3. Dover has led from the opening minute to this point. Can BG push it across the line? Stay with us. We're not taking any breaks here on Nashua TV. We're going to watch these two teams march the length of the field, and they will try to get those 3 yards. Doesn't sound like much, but in this game, it's a mile. 3rd and 3 is about to come here. Bishop Guertin has had a lot of success on this drive, running the ball up through the right guard, right tackle spot. The offensive lineman for Bishop Guertin at center is number 52, Ryan Belleville. The guards are Jacob Kristen and number 60, Andrew Urell. Your tackles, numbers 74, Austin Soremi, and number 70, Patrick Urell. And they have been the players that BG has relied on to open the holes and make this drive possible down to the 3-yard line. 3rd and goal to go from the 3, trailing by 4 points. Bishop Guertin trying to get something they haven't gotten all game, which is the lead. They trail since the opening minute. A 92-yard fumble return for a touchdown by Dover's Kyle Seawards.
You got a lot of real estate to the left. If I'm Guertin, you could possibly get a linebacker to shift on Dover, fake to the left, and go right, if you're able to do that with a counter handoff.
If you dare throw the ball here, Tom, I got to believe the receiver's going to be wide open because Dover is totally committing to the run. The handoff is to Lipari. Touchdown!
That's it, Lipari. Go to the right, and they did.
6 points. It was a quick snap count. I don't think Dover was ready.
No, you're right, John. Very good call on your part, John. It was a quick snap.
And Dover still almost talking to the official about the fact of whether that was even legal. It was almost even before, it almost looked like before the BG offense was even set. That ball was in Fahey's hands. He handed off to Lipari, and he sprinted across the goal line. Steve Toscano will try to make it a 3-point lead here with the point after touchdown. It is a flutter ball, and it just barely makes its way over the uprights.
And a flag is down, I see. That'll be enforced on the kickoff if it's against Dover.
If it's for roughing the kicker, let's see. That was a big extra point there. It would have been 9-7. Instead, it's 10-7. So if Dover does kick a field goal here, it'll only be tied. The officials' indication here. Let's see. Discussion continues now. It's going over to the BG sideline to tell Travis Cody. So it is roughing the kicker. The point after is good, and it will be enforced on the kickoff here. 10-7. Bishop Guertin leads for the first time in this game. There's already been a huge upset in high school football here on this Saturday as Exeter went to Derry and beat Pinkerton on their home turf 23-13. And now Bishop Guertin, who came into the game heavily favored, are trying to protect their home turf and take their 4th state title in a row. As Steve Toscano tees it up right there at the 45-yard line. You see normally it'd be on the 40, but that penalty being enforced here gives Toscano a chance to kick it over Seward's head and into the end zone if he can get a lot of boot into this. He is kicking into the wind. Toscano hits it. It is going to fall short of the goal line. Seawards has it at his own 10. He's up to the 20, and he's driven back by Boykin. And also in on the tackle was Andrew O'Reilly and Mike Devereaux. Great special teams coverage again by C.J. Boykin leading the charge downfield. Bishop Guertin snuffing out any hope that Dover had of a big return there, and great field position with their great special teams coverage. 1st and 10. Just underway in the 4th quarter. BG scoring in the opening play of the 4th quarter to make it a 10-7 lead. Now Dover with their first possession trailing in this game. Zabkar hands it off to nobody. The keeper is snuffed out, and it's Lapari, the two-way fullback and linebacker. Paul Lapari gets in the backfield and drops Zabkar for a loss on the play. It'll be 2nd and 13. One of the few keepers that we've seen Zabkar attempt, and it went backwards. We don't see Zabkar attempt to run the ball too much, Tom. They tried a new wrinkle there, and it didn't work.
And, you know, in a 3-yard law, you can't lose real estate now, John.
Zabkar is trying to put it under his arm again because of the coverage, and he is going to get tackled. It turns into a rugby scrum, and finally Zabkar is taken down. 2 quarterback keepers in a row by the Dover quarterback. Sean Fenn comes out of the pile, shaking his right arm like he might have been injured a little bit. And there was no gain at all on that play. Oh, maybe a yard, 3rd and 12, I'll call it, for Dover's Tyler Zabkar. He was run into a maybe heavy pass coverage, and that was time his pass rush pressure as well. Zabkar goes right to the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers split to the right. He is looking to the right as he sprints that way.
Yeah, he bought himself some time, and he did. Great play. Zabkar knew the only way he could stop that pass rush was to roll out, and he does it.
That is definitely his strength as a passer.
And he gets the first down with a big 16-yard play. And if I'm Guertin, you've got to make that mental note and make that adjustment that Zabkar is going to try to do something like that.
And after a couple of disastrous opening plays of that drive, they convert on 3rd down.
That's really tough because that just all of a sudden opens things up for BG, you know, for Dover's offense.
Eric Layton,
you had them pinned.
McKee is going to be ankle tackled by Blake
and stumbling. Yeah, not much in the running game for Dover, which is another key factor in this football game today.
2nd and 8, 2-yard gain for McKee on the carry. John Collins with Tom King here on Nashua ZTV. Our camera crew, Tim O'Neill upstairs, Mike Janes down on the field. We welcome our Bedford viewers who are watching this broadcast. A lot of BG players from the Bedford, New Hampshire area. Short pass completion, and knocked out of bounds Taylor Curry. Ball will be spotted at the 41-yard line. The short passing game.
Yeah, all of a sudden, Dover now moving the ball. They got a 3rd and 2 at the 41.
The short passing game is their game, Tom. Blake Boudreau came up with a huge interception the last time Zabkar tried the short passing stuff, and the thing is that that BG could come up with another such interception again. You never know.
Still, the biggest thing right now for that Dover offense was Zabkar rolling out to his right to buy time.
3rd and short, and a whistle. One of the few flags we've seen. There's been a relatively penalty-free game.
And that's going to be against Dover.
A lot of turnovers, but not too many penalties. That is a big one. It goes against Dover instead of 3rd and short. It's going to be 3rd and about 7.
And now you put the ball in Zabkar's hands. So now we have no doubt as to what they might try to do. Well, they're going to try to throw the football here.
You mentioned the passing lane, Tom, and we saw in the first half that Zabkar had the short drop and he tried to throw to his left.
Yep.
Now they got him rolling to his right a couple of times in a row. Let's see if BG adjusts.
Yeah,
he's looking down the middle, and it is knocked away. Great pass defense. A flag flies late. Nick Marino was on the blanket coverage of the tight end, and according to the officials, he may have hit the receiver a step too early.
Tough to see. No replay available, but they don't make that decision anyway. Pass interference on Marino.
A big call goes against the Cardinals on 3rd and 7. It turns into a first down.
It's a 15-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage. So
keeps the drive alive. 9:22 left.
So
Dover trails 10-7.
In that case, that really helps Dover out because that was a short pass. It is a huge call here with 9:22 to play in the football game.
Ball just across midfield at the BG 49, and a middle lineman moved for Dover. The flag flies.
But again, John, you know, you just look back. You've got Dover 3rd and 13 at the 17-yard line. You know, you've got to stop them in that situation. You set up all sorts of different things. Good field position for your offense. A multitude of things can happen when you make that stop, and instead they get that big, big first down on the rollout pass.
It was a questionable call, but it goes against Bishop Guertin.
Well, I'm not talking about the pass interference. I'm talking about the rollout throw by Zabkar earlier.
Go back. Tariq Al-Daraji flinched on that play. Over the middle, incomplete. So a couple of fortuitous sequences events here for Bishop Guertin. First the penalty, now incomplete. Nice coverage. Zabkar, who has had a lot of success passing, not able to hit on that one, and it's going to bring up 2nd and 15. 10-7, Dover trailing. They had led for 3 quarters after a 92-yard fumble return for a touchdown in the opening minute. BG with a field goal, and then a touchdown to begin the 4th quarter. Trying to protect that 3-point lead. Zabkar, 2-step drop from the shotgun. Deflected, and it is
almost
off the fingertips.
Almost.
Number
Miller
28,
almost
John
had
Miller.
it. Miller almost had it.
Miller has had one huge fumble recovery.
And here you go again. A 3rd and 15. Another 3rd and long for Dover, where your defense has got to make a play here.
Well, Tom, you talked about the defensive speed that Bishop Guertin has, and if you're Dover and you're going 3rd and long repeatedly, you're playing with fire with that defensive speed that BG has in the backfield.
But they've proven they can get a first down on these plays when they hit Seawards and some of their other receivers.
Zabkar throws it, almost intercepted by number 37, James Carver.
Oh, boy, I tell you, Guertin just flooding those passing lanes.
4th down, will they go for it with 4th and 15? Looks like they won't. There's still 9 minutes to go in the game.
Yeah, they've got to trust their defense.
They've got to
play field position here.
You're right. The best chance to advance the ball far down the field would be on the foot of their punter here to try to pin BG deep. It's C.J. Boykin deep with Nate Chartrand.
And also hope for the turnover.
Taking his sweet time, almost blocked on the punt, and it's going to foul just past Chartrand.
And there you go, John.
Look at that bounce and roll.
That's a bounce and roll down to the 9.
That was a huge offensive play for Dover, basically, to have the punt go inside the 10-yard line.
Yep.
So BG's got 2 things to worry about. They got to go 91 yards, and they got to worry about maintaining possession. Fumbles and turnovers have been huge in this game, and you don't want one to bite you here late. Oh, what prophetic Coach Travis Cody was. He was talking about this being close down to the wire. There's no way it can't be close down to the wire.
He's almost at that 4-minute mark here with 8:57 to play. But you know, boy, John, I'd love a play-action pass deep to try to get them out of this hole.
Tom wants them to put it up top, deep in their own end.
That's what I'd love to see here. Probably not going to see it, but that's why, because they can run the football.
But Dover totally committed to that run. It's really a temptation, as you said, to put it up.
That was Nolan Cornell.
That's a nice gain on first down by Cornell.
Yeah, it was by Cornell. He's all the way out to the 14-yard line. That's a 5-yard gain.
Chartrand, who is a two-way player, he comes out of the game, and shuttling in to take his place is Tom Valis.
Oh, all sorts of things now. You see again that rollout pass completion on third down did for Dover.
Yep.
Earlier it was field position.
Fahey, long snap count. He's going to hand it off to, might have been Mayu.
Like Mayu.
Thought it was Lipari.
No, Cornell.
Nolan Cornell was the carrier on that one. Went up the middle. 8 minutes even now, and the clock continues to roll.
Guertin looking for some magic from Cornell that he had in the first game. He had a 20-yard run for a touchdown the first time they played.
Well, here you talked about the conversion by
3rd and 3
Dover.
from the 3.5 from the 16-yard line.
To hold on to the ball here and take more time off the clock would be huge.
It would be.
But there's a long 3 yards between them and that.
And running the ball on third down, has not been that effective for them.
Option. Fahey's going to keep it, and he plows ahead for the first down.
What a big
Fahey.
decision by Fahey. The biggest decision he's made in this game, maybe for the season. Not to pitch and to keep the ball and carry it all the way through for a huge first down for Guertin.
And it was the right decision. Fahey gets the first down for Bishop Guertin. 1st and 10, ball spotted at the 22, and BG maintains possession with 7:20 to go in the ball game. The Hampshire Division II state championship game here at Stellos Stadium in Nashua. Bishop Guertin trying to make it 4 years in a row that they have held the title. They lead 10-7. They have the ball still deep in their own territory at the 22, 1st and 10. Fahey under center. 3-step drop, flag flies.
And that takes a little bit of steam out, because if that's a procedure call, moves them back. Yeah, it's going to be procedure against Guertin. And that hurts, because that, again, now they have to play conservatively with the field position.
It'll be 1st and 15. They'll mark it at the 17.
Yeah, that again, it stops the clock. It does all sorts of bad things.
C.J. Boykin, you see him there, number 21. He got the play call from Coach Travis Cody, and he relays it. First out of the huddle, as always, is the center, Ryan Belleville. Will snap it to Fahey. 6:44 left in the game. BG leading 10-7, setting up a screen, throws it. It is incomplete.
Dropped, incomplete.
Fortunately, not a fumble. It was an incomplete pass intended for Mayu. They
not a
not
very good looking play as they tried to set up the screen. And
.636. That stopped the clock, by the way, because it was an incomplete
pass.
Again,
they're negating that first down by Fahey.
Oh, totally. This is 2nd and 15. Going away from what had been pretty successful in the last drive, which was running Lipari up the middle. They find themselves facing 2nd and 15 here. Fahey is in the option. He holds it. Fahey tried to break it up the right hash mark, and he stood up and
still going. He's tough to bring down.
Yeah,
he is tough to bring down, I'll tell you.
It took 4.
He gets about
Dover
6 yards back. It's going to be a 3rd and 9 for the 23 if my eyesight's correct.
Just loading it up. Fahey, it's okay though.
Yeah, he's all right.
Just
championship game, you don't come out of it unless you're
winded maybe.
Yeah, unless you're at death's door.
You know what, though? He did get it to 3rd and 9. This is not something they haven't made before in this season. Bishop Guertin coming in 8-1
unless they try the option, and I think a pitch here is very dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to have to throw the football, and that's almost as dangerous. 5:51 to play.
Fahey's under center.
Play
rolls to his right. Fahey looking for somebody to pass to. Throws a dart complete to Sean Fenn.
No, dropped.
Dropped? He dropped it.
Incomplete.
Excuse me, that was back to me, and I thought that he completed it. It went off of fence pads and out of bounds. It's a punting situation deep in their own end. 5:38 remaining. That also stopped the clock. 4th and 9, and BG's going to have to boot it from about their own 10-yard line here. So Dover with a dash of hope for the Green Wave, making the long bus ride today with the determined and hungry attitude, trying to pick up their first championship in 15 years. This punt is very high and short. And a fair catch called by Seawards at his own 49-yard line. Terrific field position for Dover. They trail by only 3 points. They're about 30 yards away from a field goal attempt. So Dover has not been able to come up with any offensive points here today. They're only 7 points on the board is by way of a 92-yard fumble return for a touchdown in the game's opening minute after BG had driven downfield after the opening kickoff. The shotgun, Zabkar under pressure, trying to find somewhere to run or to throw, and he is going to be sacked behind the line of scrimmage. About 2-yard loss on the play. Leading the charge there on the pass rush was number 67, Mark Hall. They'll call it a loss of only 1 on the play. So Zabkar able to get back closer to the line of scrimmage. Only a 1-yard loss, although it does go down as a sack. BG's defensive secondary doing some terrific pass coverage. Zabkar has looked kind of at a loss to find an open receiver several times, Tom. Very encouraging that the Dover passing game, they don't seem to be able to find anybody open here.
Penetration in the backfield. That's the C. I mean, Zabkar doesn't have a lot of time to make those decisions. I think he's got some people he could lead and maybe people he could thread the needle with, but when you've got a heavy rush, high school quarterback, that's an awfully tough play to make.
The play he has been able to make is the rollout, and being a right-handed quarterback, he likes to roll out to his right, which would be toward you at home as you're watching this game, toward the bottom of the screen. Let's see if he tries it here. They are faced with a 2nd and 11 yards to go. Or is it 3rd and 11?
2nd and 11, the ball at the 48-yard line. 4:53 now to play after that timeout by Dover. The sun not a factor, the wind really not a factor right now. Going to be a pitch, and it's not covered very well. Let's see.
Cornell stops him up, turns him inside, and then finishing him off was James Carver.
Cornell just made a huge play again. Another play that doesn't show up on the stat sheet.
He didn't even touch him in the end, but
right, but he stretched the play out wide.
Contained.
Yep.
He contained Seawards.
Seawards with 3 yards on that play.
They credit Seawards with a 3-yard gain. It's 3rd and 9, or 2-yard gain. 3rd and 9 for Dover. They're on the BG 49, as you can see. Jumping off, but getting back, they're going to flag it. And that is going to be a bonus for the Dover offense. Yep, it's not going to be a first down, but it's going to make, instead of 3rd and 9, it's going to be 3rd and 4.
And that is huge. Again, high school players over anxious, overreacting.
James Carver's made a lot of great defensive plays today, just a little too anxious before the snap in that case. Zabkar is in the shotgun, calling signals, rolling to his right.
Yep, no one there to stop him in the same play.
Complete.
The same exact play.
Eric Layton on the reception.
At the very least, they're in position maybe to kick the field goal here.
A long field goal it would be,
when he rolls to his right, he buys himself a lot of time, and Guertin is going to have to make that kind of defensive adjustment.
3:55 remaining in the ball game, barring overtime, that is. Only 3 points separate the teams. Dover trails 10-7 as they drive here, keep it alive with a rollout pass from Zabkar to Layton. It's a reverse, cutting up and past the line of scrimmage, but not a huge gain on the play.
For Boucher, I think, was it?
Noah Boucher on the carry. So a little bit of trickery by Dover, doesn't go for all that much. And they'll spot it near to the left hash mark. It'll be 2nd and 9. Gain of only 1 after all that. And that took a lot of time off the clock, a whole 40 seconds, according to when I last said it at 3:55. We're at 3:10 and counting. Zabkar calling the signals, hands it off to Seawards, and he is upended by Blake Boudreau in the linebacker area. Short of the first down, though, well short. It's going to be 3rd and about 4 or 5 here. Called 3rd and 5 ball on the 30-yard line. Tyler Zabkar, the senior quarterback for Dover. Dover lost to BG 21-6 at home up in Dover in the middle of October. Both teams had a lot of film to look at. Zabkar thought that they could come up with a solution to the BG defense. Zabkar looking to his left this time.
Got him. Oh, he had him wide open.
Taylor Curry, and you know what? It was a little bit behind him.
He had him wide open. Oh, my.
In the left flat, it was a well-designed pass play, but Dover's not able to convert. That's going to bring up 4th down and 5, and it's a decision time for the head coach.
Oh, that's true, but I think at this point in time, at the 30, you're looking
Trailing
at
by 3.
you're looking at a 47-yard field goal. Wind being a factor here.
Wind at your back, but they're going to go for it. Actually, they're going to call, Bishop Guertin's going to call a timeout. It was a 29-yard field goal by Rowicki that got them into the title game, Tom. They beat Spalding by 3 points last week on a 29-yard field goal by Rowicki. That's 29 yards, though. This would be 47. Big difference. And so it looks like Dover was about to go for it there before BG called the timeout. New Hampshire Division II State Championship game. John Collins with Tom King on Nashua's ETV. Our executive producer, Pete Johnson, coordinating this one. Tim O'Neill manning our camera upstairs. Mike James down on the field. It is an exciting game, to say the least.
Oh, my.
We are well under that 4-minute mark that Coach Travis Cote predicted that we would be at, and it would still be close, and it is closer than close. It's 10-7, and the team that trails has the football, and a glimmer of hope here only. 4th and 5 to go. Huge play, to say the least. This could be the ball game, folks, if Dover doesn't convert. Zabkar is in the shotgun.
Guertin's got to make sure they don't jump.
Zabkar, two-step
Not
drop,
rolling
looking
out.
left,
They've got
throws
some
it, and he's
pressure.
hit as he
He's
throws
in there
it.
wide open.
Deep, and it's through the hands of the receiver, incomplete. Dover had a chance. Curry got his hand on it, covered by Lucas Lansing, and BG is celebrating as if that is the ball game. And it might be. With only 2:16 remaining, BG with the football and a chance to take a lot of time off the clock, if not the remaining 2:16. Going for all the marbles. They weren't going for 5 points, Tom. They were going for a state championship on that throw.
Exactly.
And it looked like Curry had a chance, but it went incomplete. And you can't really fault at all Tyler Zabkar. He put that ball on the money. He was hit as he threw it, but I still think he couldn't have thrown it any better than that. Right on stride for the receiver in the deep left corner of the end zone. And the BG may have dodged a bullet there, looking for their 4th state championship. They are going to hand it off to Lipari, who really wrapped that up like a double-wrapped Christmas present. And he is able to carry it forward about 4 or 5 yards. So BG not content to take a knee here.
Oh, no way.
They look like they're going to drive for a first down if they can. Clock is rolling. If Dover has any timeouts remaining, timeouts left, 2 for each team. TOL on the scoreboard. So Dover decides not to take a timeout in that situation.
2nd and 5 at the 35-yard line. 1:42 left to play.
The handoff is to Lipari. He's hit at the line of scrimmage and dropped.
Maybe a yard.
Eric Waddington, who's had a huge defensive game for Dover, slow to get up. He made the tackle again. Timeout is taken by Dover now, 3rd and 4. Stops the clock with 1:29 remaining.
Coach, what are you going to call here on 3rd and 4?
Who do I want to give it to? That's the question. Here's what I'm gonna call, Tom. I'm gonna call Fahey with an option, but do not pitch it no matter what.
Yep.
Fake it if you want.
Yep.
Don't pitch it.
Yep.
Hold on to it. Fahey, I want Fahey on a quarterback option to the right or whatever. I think he's more comfortable running to his right because then you have the ball in your right arm and you can kind of protect it better that way as you run. So that's my call.
1 timeout left for Dover.
Quarterback keeper for Fahey I'm looking for here. A fake option. It's 3rd down and 4. If BG makes this first down, of course, they have a great shot to win a state championship by running out the clock because the visitors have only 1 timeout remaining. 3rd and 4. It's a long 4, though, the way these defenses have played in this game. Robert Fahey calling signals. He does pitch it. And it is a first down and more. Zach Mayo, the 40. Zach Mayo, the 30. Mayo trying to go the distance and get a state championship for Bishop Guertin. And he does. Zach Mayo, who goes 64 yards for a touchdown. With 1:18 remaining, Bishop Guertin leads 16-7. And they have just iced their 4th state championship in a row. Bishop Guertin with 1:18 left, going for the extra point here. I called the option, Tom, but I'll tell you what, they actually went ahead and pitched it to Zach Mayu, who came from Merrimack to Bishop Guertin to win championships, continue to win championships, and he is doing that with his feet today. Zach Mayu breaks it for 64 yards. Wow, they saved the best offensive play for the very last as Toscano boots it through. 17-7. Bishop Guertin leads this one with 1:18 to go. And what a bold 3rd and 4 play call by Travis Cody, the first-year head coach for Bishop Guertin, who comes in here, and you can't be any more successful than that right there, folks, in the state championship game. 17-7. Oh, was it no good? Excuse me, I guess he missed that extra point. I stand corrected. That was a Toscano miss on the extra point, but they still lead by that crucial 9-point margin, which makes it a 2-possession game. Even though he missed that extra point, Tom, you're looking at a 2-possession game, so I think I was safe in saying that basically Zach Mayu cemented BG's 4th state championship in a row with that 64-yard run for a touchdown. Although you had Kyle Seawards back there, and he's probably got dreams of running this all the way back and then getting the ball back on an onside kick. So still some work to be done here by Steve Toscano and the special teams unit. And it bounces off of the up man at the 45-yard line. It's recovered by number 57, the same young man that actually made the stop, Chris Maglaris. The senior offensive lineman was pretty heads up there to make that stop. So Dover has 1:16, and they're going to try to go downfield, no doubt here. Dover's got ability to throw the football. I'm having second thoughts about declaring BG the champion already with that Mayu run. As Dover's got a chance to put the ball up here. Double reverse. They're going to go all the way back to the quarterback, and Sean Fenn sniffed it out under pressure and finally dropped. It turns into a sack. It was Tyler Zabkar who had the ball originally. It ended up in 2 of his teammates' hands before it came back to Zabkar, and it's an elaborate way to say a sack.
Yeah, it's, got to go with the fancy stuff. Not going to work. And unfortunately for Dover,
they took their last time out.
Yeah, and it's over, John. I don't see any way unless something really, really zany happens.
That's what the banner that the BG boosters brought out before the game. It's over for Dover, but it wasn't over for a long time.
No, but the story of the game, besides Mayu with a great run, the story of the game was Guertin's defense. They shut down the Green Wave offense. Dover was not able to move the ball on them. Completely shut down, except for a couple of pass plays when Zabkar rolled out right, and a 30-some-odd yard pass completion to Seawards in the first half. Nothing for Dover.
It's still remarkable the effort that Zabkar put up there at 4th and 5. That pass that he threw as he was hit, Tom, I don't think he could have thrown that any better.
No, I don't think so either.
He put it right where it needed to be, and it would have been a great catch. But
John, they didn't listen to you in the huddle with the option pitch.
He actually pitched it.
I was shocked.
And it was huge.
That's a backward lateral, so that's going to be an option pass down the field. Not going to happen.
Nate Chartrand, blanket coverage.
That's blanket coverage. It's great coverage right there. No way, any other way that pass can be completed.
Intended for Curry, and it is incomplete. That does stop the clock.
Taylor Curry must be saying, what do I need to do to catch a pass here in a clutch situation?
3rd and 18. Dover still has the ball, and hope dwindling that they'll be able to convert this into a touchdown and an onside kick as they are facing a 3rd and 18 here. And everybody knows that Zabkar is going to pass. He looks to the left. No, it's actually off the pads of Curry. It was off his rear shoulder pad. He wasn't able to make the catch in the run after the catch. 4th and 18, and this is the only time you go on 4th and 18 when you're trailing by 9 points. And
the 2 plays down here. One right behind Curry on the pass when he was wide open for a slant play that he could have scored on, and the other right through his hands in the end zone. You know?
Unfortunately, yes, it did though. He had a chance at it.
That is just tough stuff.
50 seconds left. Dover possibly down to their last play. 4th and 18. Zabkar, 2-step drop from the shotgun. Down the left sideline, overthrows his intended receiver, Kyle Seawards. And that is all for the Dover offense. BG defense shut them down for 4 quarters. The only 7 points they managed to score, a 92-yard fumble return for a touchdown by Kyle Seawards.
Yep, just a situation where it just wasn't going to work out. Dover needed to do something offensively. They weren't able to do it. Great game by Boudreau, Cornell, the usual leaders on Guertin's defense, but they called a good defensive game because they had their players in position to make plays, and boy, Guertin made them defensively today.
I'm still shaking my head about the fact they actually pitched that ball. You know, it's a dangerous play.
It is a dangerous play.
And it paid off huge. Zach Mayu, the young man that you interviewed earlier this week, he ends up being, you know, that's a highlight film to take with you for the rest of your life.
That's it. Boy, I'll tell you, that is the story right there.
So the clock is winding its way down now. A good 30 seconds left to kill off here before BG can start their celebration in earnest. Their fans came here hoping to see a 4th state championship in a row, and that is what they have seen. 20 seconds now, 19. Tom King, a pleasure doing football with you, and I'll see you in the Turkey Day game. Absolutely. That is going to do it. Fahey and his team celebrating their 4th straight state championship game at Stellos Stadium here in Nashua. Travis Cody, the head coach in his first year, successful. Dover, who last won a state championship in 1996. A valiant effort here to get to the state championship game and to take Bishop Guertin into the 4th quarter with the lead before BG finally pushed a touchdown across and then held on to that lead and added to it with the Zach Mayu 64-yard run in the game's final 2 minutes. A thrilling finish to the state Division II championship game, and we are very pleased to be able to bring it to you here in Nashua ZTV. John Collins along with Tom King, our camera crew, Tim O'Neill and Mike Janes, who manned the sideline camera. Our executive producer is Pete Johnson. Thank you to our Nashua fans, of course, for watching Nashua ZTV, and also to our Bedford fans who watched this thrilling game. And we'll be watching some more of the celebration here before we go down to the field for post-game interviews.
Good job, boys. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Hey, great job, boys.
Where's my title?
Thank you for everything. Thank you for
Great job. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Surrender me. Ah, Jimmy. Oh, God. Where's my Mr. I still don't know my pants. I want to hold it. Oh, man.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart for a tremendous season. I can't even tell you how I feel right now, but I can't help but be emotional. And I went over and grabbed my son. All I can say is I did it, kid. And you guys did it. You earned it today. We came out in that second half and played our ass off. We wore him down. And you brought it home to me, my first one. I can't tell you the emotion I feel right now and how happy I am, not only for me, the coaching staff, but for you guys. 4 in a row. That's a tremendous, tremendous feat. I can't even explain in words how I feel right now. Poor Pete, man. All I gotta say, how about those Cardinals? Yeah!
Folks, let's give it a hand for the Dover Greenway. A fine representation today on this championship football gridiron. Congratulations to Ken Osmond and all his coaching staff and all the players in the Dover Greenway. Let's give them a hand. And the head coach and captain of the championship team, Guertin Cardinals, please come forward.
Great job, guys.
Head coach Travis Cody, captain Bob Bates, Jimmy Carver, and Brody Smith, please come forward. Congratulations on your Division II State Football Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the Division II football season and this event. We thank you for supporting Bishop Guertin and all your local teams. Have a safe trip home. Thank you very much.
John Collins down here on the field, post-game interviews. We're going to do a bunch. I'll start here. C.J. Boykin is a sophomore. How did it feel to be on the big stage?
At first it was nerve-wracking.
We noticed. But you know what? You made some of the biggest plays on special teams. Kyle Seawards had no chance to get anything going, and you caused that fumble.
I was just thinking, if it's not going on offense, do it on special teams. And I was just trying to help my team win today. It was a great accomplishment winning 4 in a row. It means a lot to my team, a lot to the school, and I just let it all on the line tonight.
You certainly did. You got blazing speed. You'll be back, and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
C.J. Boykin, one of the championship members of the BG team here today. We'll find some more. Paul Lipari, fullback for the Bishop Guertin championship team. You also on defense.
I played the end. Yep.
You guys, the defense was unbelievable today. They really got 0. It was just that fumble return.
We were just like swarming to the ball. We had a good preparation the whole week, so we kind of recognized they had only about 8 plays we needed to stop, so we figured it out. So we did pretty well.
Was there any point where you didn't think this was going to happen?
I don't know. Really, after that, in the first half, I don't know. I wasn't that sure. 99-yard touchdown return, so it was a little shaky, but we came out on top.
Your coach, Travis Cody, first-year head coach, was very emotional at the end.
Yeah, he put his heart and soul in this program his very first year, and we gave it all for him. So I really just want to congratulate him. He did a great job.
And you did too. Thanks a lot. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Paul Lipari. Zach Mayu down on the field here after the game. I was broadcasting the game with Tom King. We're talking about what are you guys going to run on 3rd and 4, games on the line. You only got a 3-point lead. My idea, do the option, but under no circumstances should you pitch the ball. It's too dangerous. I said that. And then you go 64 yards.
We saw everybody crash down. Bobby made a great read, and it was just me and one guy, and I ran as fast as I could until I got into the end zone.
Run like somebody's chasing you, only they were.
Exactly.
So how did that feel? It must have been
best feeling I've ever had in my life. It was amazing.
Yeah.
It really was.
I don't think Deion Sanders could have caught you at that point. You wanted it so bad.
I did. I just ran as fast as I possibly could.
Yeah, what a tough game, though. It was in doubt the whole way.
Great, yep. They were stuffing the run the entire game. Our defense was stuffing their run. It really just came down to who wanted it more. We were able to tire them out. They had a lot of guys going both ways, and we stayed fresh, kept the guys circling in, and we came out victorious.
I guess if I was you, I'd have that last run on endless loop on my computer, that little clip. You'll have it to save for the rest of your life.
Yep, it's amazing. I can't believe it. I'm speechless right now.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Zach Mayu here of the successfully victorious Bishop Guertin team. 4th championship in a row. Let's get some more people.
It's all your fault.
Austin Saremi, defensive lineman, offensive lineman for the Bishop Guertin Cardinals. Somehow I feel like you're the spokesman for the line. Am I right about that? Or?
Yeah, I like to consider myself a leader.
You almost ran off with the state championship trophy there. That was funny. You guys you're the guy that protects the quarterback's blind side, right? Yeah, and you did a terrific job of that. But also your defense was tremendous today.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we definitely had our ups and downs, but we managed to pull it off at the end, so it's a great feeling.
Yeah, how tough was the Dover's line that you don't get to see it like isolated like we'd like to see what you guys are doing in the trenches, but it must have been huge.
Yeah, they definitely have a big, powerful line, but we managed to pull it off. We came together and managed to just get our blocks down and managed to pull it off.
Yes, sir. And what are your plans like after high school? You going to college and playing there?
Yeah, I might play college. We'll see if I get any offers from schools. Yeah, I'll definitely play if I get some offers.
Congratulations. It must be a good feeling. 4 in a row.
Yeah, thank you very much. It does feel great.
Austin Saremi, one of the key players on the offensive line for Bishop Guertin. Robert Fahey, who has had the ball in his hand a lot today, except nobody's going to tackle you anymore, so you can feel you can rest easy. You got a championship, Robert. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Was there any one play that stood out? There was a ton of turning points in the game.
I think it was our defense all around. Just getting those big stops, 3 and outs all day, just getting our offense back on the ball. And even though we weren't scoring every time, having our offense on the field was big. So we were getting good looks and everything down to the end, and we knew what we could run down the 4th quarter.
You know, this play to me is going to stand out at the very end of the game. It's 3rd and 4. You guys need to maintain possession, or else you're going to have to punt it, and with a lot of time left. Yeah. And my play call before you guys did that 3rd and 4 play was, I want Fahey to run the option, but under no circumstances should he pitch it, because he might risk a fumble.
I was thinking the same thing, and then me and Mayu have been going at it since freshman year, working that pitch, and I knew he was going to be right there for me. And I just didn't want to take the chance of some outside backer cutting down on me before I got those 4 yards. So as soon as I saw daylight, I just gave it to Mayu, and lo and behold, he scored a touchdown on it.
You couldn't have been any more right to make that decision. And you made another nice decision earlier in the game. I forgot exactly what point it was. It was in the second half. It was down here. You had an option play. You had a decision whether to pitch it or keep it. You kept it and got a key first down. There were a lot of decisions like that you had to make throughout the year, and that you really run that option play terrifically. It must be a great feeling.
Yeah, it is a great feeling. Just knowing what to do, knowing to key on, who the outside backer to key on every play, and just know where he's going to go based on our offensive formation and what our line's doing up there. Just knowing where he's going to go makes the read so much easier for me.
But you're a true team player to talk about the defense first, and they did throw up a big goose egg. Yeah. And Bishop Guertin it's just you guys do it right. So
yeah, our defense really played great today. I mean, all the credit to them. Yeah. Our offense scored when we needed to, but our defense really locked it down today.
I know you're going to hang on to that ball.
Yeah, I'm going to hang on forever.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. That was our quarterback, Robert Fahey, of the multiple championship-winning Bishop Guertin Cardinals. Let's get the coach, Travis Cody.
Thank you. I know. Freezing. I missed the first one. But
congratulations, Travis.
Thank you.
Who was that just got a kiss?
Oh, that's my son, Max.
Wow.
My wife, Shannon. My son, Trice, was on the sideline today doing water. That's what really got me emotional. He came over to give me a big hug, and I said, "We did it, kid. We did it." I can't help it. My daughter, Claire, she was here today, and my wife, Shannon. They've been so supportive of me throughout the year, and it was tremendous today. It was just, I thank the kids for bringing this. My first one, my first playoff win last week, and my first state championship. So I just can't tell you how good I feel right now.
Your athletic director and Coach Johnson, who was the coach until last year. Of course, he stepped down. It was a big story in the offseason. So Travis, I'm Googling last night to do my homework for the game tonight, and I came across a headline that was in the paper back in May, and it said, Bishop Guertin football weaker as Johnson steps down. I guess not.
No, hey, whatever. People, there's always critics out there, and people that, everybody was worried, what's the coach's system that's going to come in place and whatever. And, we believe in what we do on defense and on offense, and we believe in our system. And we told the kids, when we got here, just trust us, believe in the system, buy in. We won't let you down. You just got to play hard and do it. And they did. They really responded. They worked hard. They were coachable. They did what we asked them to do, and ultimately here we are. State championship once again. So, hey, whatever people say now, the truth is out. We did it.
It's on the scoreboard.
That's right.
You predicted also before this game that it would be close right down to the last 4 minutes. It wasn't going to be a blowout like 2009.
No, absolutely
you
not.
You didn't tell me it was going to be close for the last 2 minutes, though. It was, and it was a thrilling game. I want to talk about 3rd and 4 over here. It was like 2.5 minutes left, and you don't want to give the ball back to them with too much time.
Right.
You want to make that first down. My play call was call the option to Fahey, but tell him under no circumstances are you to pitch it.
Oh, see, I told them just the opposite.
Did you? Okay.
Because we were running that dive.
That's why you're the head coach of a championship
They were running that lead dive, and they really didn't have a force player on the edge over there. We knew that with that formation we used today, which we haven't used all season, the black pro and white pro, that we could get their strong safety on the other side of the field, and that we could attack that point. And, we had some success with the dive, keeping up inside, and we knew over time that kid would eventually have to start coming in and playing on that. And I told him, I said, you just get your eyes on that outside backer. If he comes in, pitch the ball, we got the edge, and we'll have a big play. And, that's what happened. So we were able to just make the play at the right time.
C.J. Boykin had the opening game jitters, but how about the plays that he made on special teams?
Oh, yeah, he's a playmaker, and maybe he was a little nervous today. Maybe, he had the jitters. He's a sophomore, really playing in his first state championship game. But he's been a playmaker for us all year. And, we got him out, settled him down,
get him fresh, and on special teams, he had the energy. He was, he was rested. He was able to get down the field on punt and kickoff and just make some big plays. Thank you. There
it is.
There it is.
You can hold it up if you want.
Right there. State champs.
Wow, it's beautiful. You guys were grabbing that so much, I thought you were going to break the Berlin, New Hampshire right off.
Yeah. No, it's intact.
Yeah, but you get to take that home. And what did you tell your defense today that they played so well?
No, I mean,
preparation.
It's just preparation, and we felt confident in what we do. We're not a big blitzing team. We had a few things in today, but we believe in our system. We wanted to make sure that we were aligned upright, we were in our proper coverages, and that we were never outflanked. So we really harped on that this week about making checks with coverages, making sure we were in the right position so we would never get outflanked, and just don't let any big plays take place. Prevent the big play, make them earn everything they get. And the defense flied around. They made plays all day. We didn't give up any big plays, and they just did a tremendous job today keeping us in the game after we got down that first touchdown. So I really feel we shut them down after that. They didn't had a couple of times when they moved the ball a little bit, but it's the bend don't break thing, and we certainly didn't do that today.
You're a state championship football coach. Thank you. Congratulations.
It feels great. Thanks.
Blake Boudreau with us down in the field, two-way player for Bishop Guertin. This has got to feel good.
Yes, it definitely feels good. It's a good win for my team because we put in a lot of hard work, and it finally paid off.
You were in a lot of the defense was tremendous today. You were in a lot of those tackles. Is this something that you just let athleticism take over, or do you like a lot of these tackles made in film study ahead of time?
It's definitely that's the way I like to play the game, and I definitely it's mostly in my mind. And we watch films early in the week, and I saw some of the plays, so I was able to make tackles, and it just basically paid off.
Yeah.
And our defense was unbelievable, and defense wins championships.
What's it like to play under Coach Travis Cody? What's he like?
It was a big change, but I love it. I can't wait for next year, and I have no words to say.
It doesn't even get any better than that. You win a state championship, and you get to come back and play again.
Yeah. I'm only a junior, so hopefully next year we'll be in Division I, and we gotta lift, we gotta get bigger.
Yeah. You're ready to start tomorrow, aren't you?
Yeah. Every game is gonna be a tough game next year, so we gotta get ready. Yeah. And I just can't believe this. We deserve this, and.
So what do you do to celebrate this tonight? Is there a party at somebody's house, or?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Blake Boudreau, state championship for Bishop Guertin.